So I love using paid ads. We found a few challenges when it comes to promoting WordPress products through paid ads, but we also found a lot of power in it as well.
For years, I've heard that most WordPress product companies struggle to make a profit from paid ads. But about a year ago, I hired somebody to set them up for me and have become profitable for the first time. We monitor our ads on a monthly basis, and we make constant changes and improvements to increase the return on investment and stop anything that isn't working.
Once you get it down, we boil it down to a science, it becomes a repeatable process, which means that when you need more users, or when you feel that, all right, I'm ready for the next step and now I can grow, you can flick on the machine and boom, you get a few hundred more users that are now, that you now can build and adjust around, with your support efforts and all of that kind of stuff.
In the past year, I've spent $14,500 on Facebook ads and generated $36,000 worth of sales, which is a 250% return on investment. And we've had similar results from Google AdWords. I've found that ads are less likely to be profitable for lower priced plugins that are less than about $49 each. So I recommend using paid ads for more expensive plugins.
In the WordPress space, we're very much undervaluing our products, which means that there's very little space for customer acquisition cost through paid ads. And so if, for example, it costs you $100 or $70 or $120 to acquire a user, but you're selling your product at $50 per year, then it probably means that paid ads is not the right medium for you.
At Freemius, we've been experimenting with paid ads for about a year already, maybe a little bit more. We did invest quite a lot of money, but we still didn't manage to figure out something that is scalable. I do know some companies in our ecosystem that managed to figure out and crack the whole paid ads angle, and it's working really well for them. But most of the WordPress plugins and themes that I know failed to achieve something scalable, and I think the main reason is because they didn't try enough, or the budget that was invested wasn't high enough. It takes time to actually properly set up a paid campaign. It's a very competitive environment, but I think it's worth the investment for the long run, and it can give you a huge competitive edge.
I don't think that just doing paid ads is going to get you where you want to be, but there are some specific paid ads things that's worked really well for us.
If you create a paid ad that does not have a link in it, that's really just a straight up branding ad, awareness ad, you can get a lot of reach. And I used to not really be into branding. I'm more of a direct response marketer type person, but I've since changed my view, and I've seen branding really work for our company. And it's not about inventing a brand, it's just about being yourself and telling the story of your product and featuring your customers and just getting the message out there.
Our most successful ads have involved retargeting people who have already visited our plugin sales page but not made a purchase, because these are already warm contacts who are obviously interested in our plugins.
We chose to focus mainly on Facebook because that's where our audience is, and retargeting gave us the best ROI by far. It's one of those things that you might get a traffic surge from somebody who leaves a review or some other source, and you really want to recapture that. And just for me personally, I think when I see a product for the first time, I might be on the go, or I might be in the middle of something, and when I come back and try to remember what it was when I want to take a look at it, oftentimes I can't remember. So I think retargeting, people don't forget about you when they see you.
And we've also done it in the past when we've wanted to test the market. So it's a really quick way of testing the market for an idea you might have without potentially having to invest in expensive content marketing or wait for the content marketing stuff to work. You can really quickly just take out a paid ad, set up a landing page, obviously you need a plugin, and test the thing really quickly. So I find it particularly useful in that situation where you want to test the market with an idea really quickly, and it's a great route to market because obviously with Google people have intention to buy something or they're looking for a solution. So run a quick paid ads campaign, you can limit the costs really easily and just see whether there is a market for your plugin idea.
One thing to say is, of course, I have no way of knowing how many people who buy from clicking on our ads would have bought the plugin anyway, because if they've already visited the sales page in the past, they may have been planning to buy anyway. But I'd say that given that our conversion rate is quite low, just a few percent, then if we can increase the number of people buying, that's good, and it makes sense to retarget people on social media so that they're less likely to buy from our competitors who they might also be considering.